Go in. These could be the best mid-handicap, the best high handicap, the best forgiving clubs of 2026 moving forward. Why don't we all play them? Because we can hit a 5-iron off the tee and a wedge into a par 4 and hit it that close. In a world where looks can be vitally important, it isn't always the be-all and end-all. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today I have the brand new Tour Edge Exotics Max irons. These are brand new for 2026. Now, a lot of people may say these look a little bit big, they look a little bit clumsy, look a little bit uncouth. And people say that about me and you, Bob, as well. It's awful, isn't it? But on a lot of part, it's true. But you can see these could well be some of the best forgiving irons you will ever see. So if you're in the market for some of these, guys, get in the comments below and let us know, what do you look for in a set of forgiving irons? Now, we're going to test these out on the golf course today, but I've also tested them in the studio for numbers. I don't like spoiling videos in the first minute, so you're going to have to stay tuned. But they go absolutely miles. That's like people swearing the Ryder Cup, Bob. So we can, Rory. Yeah, I know, yeah. Anyway, time of filming, Europe have just won the Ryder Cup. It was close in the end, wasn't it? But these are actually hand built in the USA as well, so that's a nice bonus for you. It actually says it on some of the shafts and the ferrules. But what can we score on a handful of holes here with just these forgiving clubs? And how far do they go? Because it's quite a very interesting model for anybody who wants to make golf easier for themselves. That's come off like an Exocet missile, hasn't it? What I really like about that as well is it's launched nice and low. Now these irons are designed to go nice and high. They're designed to be easy to launch. You can see we've got loads of technology in here. I have got a tech sheet that I'll talk you through. But I mean, a lot of it is that visual technology, as you can see, even with that little kind of carbon badging at the back. But realistically, if you can still flight these down, if you can still manage and control the yardages, should everybody be using something like this as opposed to the MBs that we've just tested? Because if we have a look at these, like, these are some of the best looking irons I've ever tested. They still have Vibe Core technology and they're still very, very tech heavy. But you look at that and you're like, oh, you're new to golf, are you? That's what you're going to get in it. But is that a problem? I don't think so. Also, comment below, guys. Does anyone think they look really, really good? I don't think they've gone for the aesthetic here. I think they've gone for performance beats everything. I know a lot of you guys down the lens will love that as well, because really in this game, performance does beat everything. Let's continue. Right, perfect tee shot here. We're left with 140 yards. Now, 140 yards, I'd be hitting like an 8 or a 9, but looking at... I'm going to hit wedge, mate. We're going to hit wedge. I'm not even going to hit it hard. I'm just going to like feather a wedge in. Now, you look at the head shape. We've got the kind of pyramid face here. So that's designed, obviously, to help maintain ball speed and like, just get that ultimate forgiveness. But I think it looks really good as well, do you?
I like the finish on it.
Yeah, I don't feel like it, like down at the ball, I don't feel like it looks as big as potentially it is, which is always a positive. Right, does this get there? Big old face, plenty of offset. Can't strike that better. That's all over it if it's the distance. Go in. Whenever I test irons like this, and like these could be the best mid-handicap, the best high handicap, the best forgiving clubs of 2026 moving forward. Why don't we all play them? Because we can hit a 5-iron off the tee and a wedge into a par 4 and hit it that close. Right, so as you can imagine, these Tour Edge Max irons are jam-packed full of lots and lots of technologies. So just exactly what is in these heads. I've actually got the kind of response here. So they're an MI Plus design, and that's a low reared CG with a wide saw geometry that creates a high MOI throughout the whole set. That basically means they're going to be mega, mega forgiving. There's a multi-material badge Vibe Core TPU, which is this thing on the back we've already spoken about, and that combined with the carbon fibre improves the acoustics and saves weight to optimise CG. That's exactly what all these brands are essentially trying to do, trying to optimise CG whilst allowing for nice, forgiving clubs. I think that's absolutely fantastic. The pyramid face technology, there's no... Bob, guess what?
What?
There's only over 100 pyramids in this face.
Wow.
Couldn't believe that, could you? So 100 pyramids in variable 3D thicknesses, and that's basically like the topology of inside of the face. So we're going to have lots and lots of forgiveness. The sweet spot is expanded, and that's delivered faster ball speeds across the face, essentially what we're going to be looking for. Now, the 360 undercut cavity lowers the CG and increases face flex for higher launch and smooth, consistent performance. Now, interestingly for me, that's this bit here. I like that, but I also like to have been able to launch them high and low. So I don't think we're losing anything with that. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. So one of the big reasons why a lot of golfers won't use clubs like this is this lack of control, lack of feel on the greens. Now, we've hit the pitching wedge in there from 140 yards. It's gone just long of the flag, and you can see exactly where it's pitched here. It's stopped dead. Now, that might not be because we're generating loads and loads of backspin, although when we do talk numbers for these, you'll be surprised as to just how manageable those numbers are. But coming down from the height it's coming down at, you get the landing angle, which obviously ultimately is going to help. Can we hold the putt though? Because that's a totally different matter. Unrelated to the irons, but if we can birdie the first hole of this challenge with them, it would help the argument. Ah! Right then, so really happy with the opening hole. Let's try another one, another short hole. So thinking about here trying to flight this down again and then seeing what we can do with the wedge. If we can get closer than 140 yards, I'd like to try and play a 100-yard pitching wedge and see what we can do with it. Ultimately here, just taking the speed out of it really does help. Just keep that ball flight down. Like being able to play that with a club this forgiving is quite ridiculous, isn't it? I know they're strong lofted and I know they are designed to go a long way, but that's like crazy, really. Let's jump inside. Let's talk numbers for these, I'm going to say potential best forgiving clubs of next year so far. We've not seen anything else yet, so as it stands, this could be the one to beat. Okay, let's talk numbers for this absolute brute of a 7-iron. This, of course, is the Tour Edge Max Iron, and it could be a little bit of a anomaly. You see, we've tested, come here, quickly. We've tested these. Now they, I think it's fair to say, look outrageously good. They look absolutely gorgeous. And I think like as a split set could be one of the real talking points of club manufacturing in 2026-ish, because this is, how are we in October, by the way? Like, when has that happened? But, did you have a nice birthday, Laura? Lovely. We're filming this pre-birthday, but anyway, Bobby's not here. Bobby's, no, the embargo's 6th of October, so. Anyway, so this, we've got a green set out there at 170 yards, and we've got on screen the numbers for the CBs and MBs. They're both very consistent. I was really impressed with how I could flight them down and flight them up. But I think this is a different animal. It's a huge blade length, a really thick top line. 6,000 spin's a good effort though. Are we going to have to move this target green back? I'll tell you what, that's the best shot we've hit, isn't it? A 170 carry, 177 total. I am going to move it back. These are obviously stronger lofted. You can see the amount of tech, even visual tech we've got there on. I thought that was a bit of condensation, but it's not. It's a nice little effect on the club. But that's to help you obviously get the club through any thick rough. Settings 180. Should we go 190? 180. 180 we'll stick with. But I do feel like this is that more high handicap focused club, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a negative. It's certainly a club where if it is really nice and forgiving, will command the attention of lots and lots of golfers. I've absolutely smashed the dimples off that one, by the way. And that's pitched 177, flying 185. So I wouldn't even have this in the same category as the CB and MB that we've tested. I'm going to obviously discuss the numbers and things like that in this video, but this is a club where if you want pure distance, if you want that adrenaline thrill of hitting your 7-iron like I've just done there and it carry 177 yards, still at 6,000 spin, which is really, really impressive. Oh, that's a bad one though. Are these forgiving us what we think? 175 in the air. 186 total. And I've like scythed that one. Look at this finish. Oh, that's a festively plump Robinson, isn't it? But anyway, right. We're only in October, yeah. That's not a good sign, is it? I honestly think, because I've hit that like up and out as well, I'm amazed how good they feel. That's still gone 180 yards. I'm amazed in what kind of distance, not control, because I think they would be quite tough to control. Can I hit like a 165 shot? Because really this, it's more like a 6-iron loft, isn't it? I've tried to take a little bit out of that. You can see the spin's dropped. It's pitch 160, yeah. It's pitch 162, it's released 10 yards, but that's absolutely fine. The one thing I really like about it is I don't feel like, watch me snap hook this now, I don't feel like I can hit it offline. Like I'm hitting some really, really nice, consistent shots. You can see how ridiculously easy that is to launch up in the air, and it's just coming down with snow on it. We've set that small target at 180 yards, and it's going even further. Now, I think this could be the most sold iron for Tour Edge Exotics this year. Not because it looks gorgeous, not because it looks really sleek. I think those two do that job nicely, but performance-wise, this has to be up there with any other big name brand, with PXG, with Callaway, with TaylorMade, with Titleist. Like, it does everything I would want an iron like this to do. And it's just so easy to hit. Even that's clinging on. Guys, let's get back out there. Let's talk more about these irons. I've seen enough. It's just an absolute beast like what I thought it would be. Get in the comments below, could you see yourself using this? Let's see if there's any negatives, because if it's too good to be true, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Right, this is prime time to test these pitching wedges and see, like, out of interest, so looking at all the clubs that Tour Edge are bringing out, guys, comment below and let me know, what are you looking forward to seeing or testing the most? MB Forge, CB Forge, and of course the Max. And then we've got the driver releases as well. They'll probably already be on the channel, because driver videos generally do better than iron videos. So depends what Bob's done with the edits though, because I'll be in Singapore. Buzzing for that. Right, we're in the rough, so we're going to lose a bit of spin. There's not a lot of loft on here as well compared to a more traditional loft. So first of all, can we get it over the tree? Second of all, can we rein it back a little bit to get the control? If this like cannon's 20 yards long, it's an issue. That feels really good. It's all over it again. Go in. I've said go in twice in this video, but it's like I've stiffed it twice. I mean, we didn't hold the putt, so that's a different argument, but I'm doing the work with the wedge. Very impressive, that, isn't it? So a big feeling for me when testing irons is how often can I get them flag high? Because once I've done the numbers, once I've seen how far they go, and I've made a judgment obviously throughout the bag, can I pitch it close to the flag with a mega forgiving iron? Now that's come out of the rough, and it was more of a knockdown shot, so it's not really had the landing angle. It's landed the precise exact number I wanted it to, and it's rolled out, what, 8 feet? Is that 8 feet? If it wasn't dewy, I'd lay down and check, but very, very happy with that once again. Looking at the 3 clubs, this is the one that I was like, nah, I might do a quick video on it, like it's not really for me. I know a lot of people who are watching are going to enjoy it, so hopefully it'll be an entertaining video. And I'm leaving this test thinking, you know what, these could be some of the best irons I've ever tested. Like all-round performance. Absolutely brilliant. We didn't go on the putting green this morning, Bob, and I feel like we should have done. Oh. Nope. Right, par 3. It's 155 yards, and I've got the 9-iron. Usually this would be like an 8, maybe even a chippy 7. But I'm just going to try and hit this nice and firm and see if we can essentially stiff it again, to be fair, because that's what the goal is. Try not to kill the lads on the buggies and send one in. It's another absolute glorious strike and shot. I honestly can't speak highly enough about the whole experience so far using all of these new Tour Edge irons. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely... They're starting to look better. I don't know if I'm getting used to them. Now when a new car design comes out and BMW serve you up like a tennis racket shaped grill and you're like, oh, why have they done that? Then 6 months later you're like, oh, seen the new BMW grill? It looks great. That's where I'm at. There's another one, Bob, that's... Can we call it flag high, that? Guys, do us a favour, get in the comments below, what do you think to these brand new Tour Edge Max irons, and the whole range as well, because I'm really pleasantly surprised so far. I think some of the other big brands may well have an issue with these next year. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Bye.